Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are here to review episode 3 of Wandavision. We watched it, and it's getting up there now. Like we're cooking with fire now, and I like that.
The first two episodes were good, but this last one was fantastic.
And to know that there's going to be so much more that happens later on is just so crazy.
Because they finally showed what's kind of actually going on, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. They didn't really give us everything. They gave us a small hint of what's actually going on. So pretty much, Wanda's in her own little town, her little space bubble.
Mm-hmm. No, she's in an actual town.
That's what I'm saying. Town. She's in an actual town, covered by her little space bubble.
And I guess people who are in there are just trapped in there.
They're either trapped or part of her brain images. Like she's projecting them herself.
And from the looks of what I can gather, people who work for SWORD, the SHIELD space counterpart,
or actual people who actually can talk to her and actually interact.
They're trying to get in there and like change the shit, but anytime that she notices that there's some type of SWORD element in there whatsoever, she kicks it out and throws it out.
But it would have been a problem if the whole girl didn't say anything.
Yeah, but here's my thing. There's a lot of fuckery going on. We don't know where she came from. She did just kind of pop up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So much so that the neighbors in the world already were like, she doesn't have any family.
Blah, blah, blah.
She doesn't even have a home here, which means she doesn't live there. Which means every time she pops up, she's just popping up. Like she's just waiting outside the door and be like, "Hey girl, I need office supplies."
For what?
Where are you coming from?
She even said that. She was like, "Job."
So it's just like, when she first got there, she popped up out of the thing. She was like,
"But that's
how
fine.
did I get in here?"
Wanda was like, "Okay, whatever, that's fine." But then she mentioned her brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's what ruined everything.
And Wanda's accent came back when she started talking about Pietro. She didn't have her accent this entire time, and all of a sudden she mentioned, her Sokovian accent came out. And she started humming some tune in her language, I guess. And that just kind of broke down the mold for...
But that's fine and dandy because, she did say they're from Europe or whatever,
No, yeah, but they've already established that she's Sokovian.
Yeah, for sure. But then she was like, once she mentioned Ultron, it was done.
No, I mean, yeah, that's another memory you definitely don't want to fucking remember. Like, we remember what she looked like when she lost Pietro. The whole Ultron thing. Like, she lost it. Like, all them Ultrons that she had to keep away from the thing, and they kept trying to touch the buttons. She was like, all she did was yell, and they all blew up into nothing. So, then she rolled up on Ultron and pulled his mechanical heart out. Yeah, she was not playing any games.
Wanda, she's no joke.
No, she's not.
She's not the one who to fuck with.
She blew up a building in Africa on accident, but still. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. I regret nothing.
But this is showing what her powers, her true powers, are meant to be, and what she can truly do.
Yes, change reality and warp people's minds to where they fit within the constructs of this reality. Something that I noticed is that whatever's going on within this realm of reality, even though like the years or the decades are changing, they're staying as is.
The people still the same, pretty much. Yeah.
No, not necessarily the people, but like when what was her name, Griselda or some shit like that, Giselle, Monica Rambeau's character. She actually had a name. It started with a G. Giselle, whatever. Monica Rambeau. When she got kicked out, she was still in her 70s, clothes.
Because I'm pretty sure before she goes to the border, she gets in uniform or whatever she has.
Yeah, I'm sure she looked like a SWORD agent. I don't think she was really going in there dressed up like somebody from the 70s.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she got kicked out of the bubble and she's still in 70s clothes, that lets me know when she had them kids are real. Like they're like solid.
So maybe
they're not like just an illusion anymore because she can change reality. That means she can make them real.
So
just by making it to be real.
Or she was pregnant before she made the bubble.
She wasn't pregnant before the bubble. She made herself pregnant. That's actually some House of M shit. She did that. Her and Vision did have kids. That is true. But it wasn't because of them fucking around. Vision doesn't have a dick because he's a fucking robot. And robot doesn't have a nut. So that's not a thing. What happened was she materialized the kids because she can change reality and shit like that. And that's exactly what happened here. So whatever she wants it to be, she can be that. House of M was just her simply saying no more mutants. And there are literally no more mutants just because she said it. So she has enough power to say something and speak it, literally manifest that shit into existence. So she manifested her own pregnancy. And not only did she manifest her own pregnancy, she manifested her own pregnancy to have twins, knowing that she was a twin. And she gave birth to Billy and Tommy, who were later on known in the series as Quick and Wiccan, or something like that. It's Wiccan and it's either Quick or Speedy or some bullshit. I can't remember. It has something to do with being fast because she got, Blair Witch Project powers and brother got speed powers, so she just did the same shit.
Not the Wanda.
What?
I was looking for Sykes.
What? You wouldn't have got far with that one.
Wicked and Speed.
So it is Speed.
Yeah, Wicked and Speed.
Okay, so it's Wiccan and Speed because for obvious reasons. Yeah. Twins, just like their fucking parents.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's exactly what she just gave birth to.
Pretty much I wouldn't call it reincarnation.
She recreated her and her brother.
Yeah.
With Vision.
Yeah.
But like not really. Yeah.
Huh.
That's exactly what she did. So then we get to Rambo getting kicked out, still in the 70s club, blah blah blah. Oh, so what I need explained is the damn stork scene. First of all, I didn't even know it was a stork. Thank you for pointing this shit out. I swear to God, I thought it was a crane. I was like, I don't get it. Nigga, it's a stork. I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense.
When the stork shows up, it's symbolism of the baby's coming. And she ended up having the baby.
And here's the issue with that. And this is why I feel like there's some type of Easter egg thing there. Maybe it's not, and I'm just reaching super hard, but she tried to make that thing disappear on purpose twice. It did not work.
Because the babies were coming. Maybe she was trying to hold out till Vision got back.
So she tried to poof the thing away and was like, nah, fuck that smoke. Get out of here.
Well, no, because at the same time, she didn't want the girl to find out she was pregnant too. Mm-hmm. So, and that's when everything started clicking together for her. And so she was like, yeah, Ultra.
I need more explain with that stork because after,
if you guys know,
because then the stork disappeared. That's weird. She's been trying to get the stork to leave.
I'm sure the stork doesn't stay around when the baby shows up.
I'm just saying. I mean, maybe that was just maybe like I said, maybe I'm just reaching. Maybe that really was just it. Maybe the bird was really just around just because the babies were supposed to be on the way. And you tried to get rid of me twice, and that was like significance of nah, your kids are still coming. And not only did you try and get rid of me twice, you're having twins.
Right.
And then afterwards, when she had that final big contraction and then dropped the plate or whatever, and she was like, oh, they're coming. That's when the stork really real life disappeared. It's like, oh, okay, great, I'm out. Because we didn't see a stork after that. And then the whole house started going haywire.
70s style.
Yeah, the spinning picture in the background. That was pretty good. But then there's all the creepy things that happened. That was people glitching out, the neighbors, the hedge clipping, brick.
Hey, you want to go to the park? He was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, he kept going.
I was like, yo,
okay. We thought that may be somebody trying to get in, but no, not anymore now. After the conversations that they had afterwards, I don't think anybody's just getting in. I think he's just glitching out because he's having a hard time.
So you think he's an image or a real person?
And here was my earlier thought, and this is why I wanted to call you, because he was starting to say whatever, and then what's her face stopped him, right?
Because they both were getting ready to say something, but she was like, no, let me shut up, you shut up.
Yeah.
Go our ways.
So I have a thought in the theory. It's probably wild as fuck, but anything's possible in this in particular point in time, right? Because there's nothing solidified. I think they're all dead. I think they're all dead, and she's like in hell in like Mephisto's realm or some shit like that. Because the what's her face? I can't remember her name right now. Gertrude or some shit. She keeps talking about her husband. We've never seen her husband, and whoever her husband is, he's apparently one of them. I mean, I guess I can't say he's a bad guy, but like she doesn't really speak too highly of him. Like, every time she talks about him, she's roasting him. Like, oh, the mother was in town, so I wasn't. Yeah, we sure did lose power, but it's okay. Ralph looks better than Dark anyway.
The other couple.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Do these earrings make me look fat?
The power runner. Oh,
thank God.
I was like, yo.
That was great.
I just love the small humor. It's
yes, that's perfect humor. But yeah, I think they're dead, which would explain why Vision is there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's like in that bubble, and she's just sitting somewhere, like in a chair or on the ground somewhere, just like thinking everything. And agents are trying to get in, and she's like throwing things out and shit.
Mm-hmm. Because the agents remind her of all the stuff that she had to go through so far. Like everything with Wanda's been like a tragedy.
And she said, "You eat."
She really blew her the fuck up out of there, dog. That's
like
crazy.
she didn't make no portal and just pushed her out.
She literally got ejected.
She said, "Eject El Cito, kid."
Bro, like a fucking VHS tape, my nigga. Like that shit was crazy.
Bro.
Eject El Cito, I hate you. So fucking Tyrese. Oh man.
So we're definitely looking at for the next episode. Can't wait for sure. We definitely gonna need some answers.
Yeah, we're throwing out a lot of theories right now. I still have my Mephisto, they're dead theory, especially because in the trailer, remember she was sitting in the car when they were having a little Halloween thing, and she was like, I think I'm dead. Like, are you dead? She's like, no. Or something about being dead or whatever. And she was like, no, why would you say that? It's like, because you are. And she started laughing. Now, that could just be the way it was edited down or whatever the fuck, but
it's because
like everybody's been freaking.
Halloween special would probably be Halloween.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was like this weird. It was another like weird moment before we even got to the weird moments in the show, and that's just making me feel like, okay, I think they're dead. And she went back to try and get his soul or some shit like that, or struck a deal with Mephisto or something like that. And maybe the kids are going to be offered up as a tribute. Because if it is Mephisto, he doesn't exactly work in like. You can't get something for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
It's a deal for a deal.
Yeah, and the deal is never as good as it really intends to be. But whatever is going on, she already made it. And it's got to set up for something else. And we're already supposed to be getting set up for like, Doctor Doom. Doctor Strange is supposed to... I forgot. Doctor Strange is supposed to be in this at some point in time.
Oh, yeah, because
yeah, Doctor Strange is supposed to be in here at some point in time. The Asian dude from Ant-Man, the agent or whatever, when he was on lockdown, the second Ant-Man and Wasp. When you see him, you'll remember. He was supposed to be in here, and he was the one I think that was talking on the radio. He was like, Wanda, who's doing this to you?
Right.
And there was somebody else that was important. Oh, Kat Dennings supposed to be in there. I saw her in the cast lineup on YouTube earlier, and I was like, what the fuck? Let me get out of here before I get spoiled. And all we know about her is that she's, involved with like Thor and stuff like that. But for her to be involved in like Wandavision, I don't know, man. So multiverse reality twirl thing is looking mighty funny. And then I saw reports today on in an article that Wanda's supposed to be filming on the set for Spider-Man 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this fits in with the Spider-Verse. Some way.
Somewhere, right? So now I am confusion all over again.
Maybe that's what happened. She found a vision from one of the verses from the different universe.
Maybe. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah. These are just all theories and stuff like
thoughts,
that.
Man. That's all it is.
But all in all, WandaVision episode 3 was really good.
It's great. It's turning out great.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how we deal with the whole 80s bit now.
And
will the kids be like more grown up now?
I'm glad she didn't tell like her sisters.
When it gets to like the 90s, they're going to have to do a Full House rendition.
They better.
Yeah.
They better.
That's funny. Oh, she got twins. Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that part.
That's how I said it.
Yo!
Son.
That's funny. Wow.
I mean,
oh, wow.
That's the Olsen twins. It's just the Olsen twins. They just could have had a better life.
They did. It was full of drugs and partying.
A little too much.
Yeah, but I mean, hey.
They tried to come back and it didn't work.
Look, nigga, they've been doing this shit since they were like in diapers, my guy. They grew up with this lifestyle. I can't blame them.
I can't blame them either. I was like, hey, this is what you guys used to see doing.
If you gotta hit that line. I mean, it ain't my thing, but yeah. I'm also not a Hollywood child star, so what do I know about fame and fortune?
Like the girl producer's cousin said, I'm broke.
Yeah, I'm poor.
I'm poor. Yeah, I'm poor.
That part, exactly that. Well.
But
yeah.
If you guys got any
inputs, theories, or whatever,
all that,
let us know in the comment section below for sure. I like to have open dialogues about these kinds of things and see what everybody thinks.
That's all we have. Don't try not to ruin stuff.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to ruin anything when this is all a show that we're still watching. It's not like something that you read in a manga or something like that. It's not like our anime shit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure somebody out there who knows what we're into.
Nah, I think unless like one of the Marvel producers comes in here and be like, "You're wrong, bitch." And I'll be like,
you never know.
Oh man, that would be funny. If that happened in real life, I probably wouldn't be mad at it. I'd be like, I'd probably shot that shit on YouTube and Instagram. Like, yo, they was rude as fuck, but they gave a boy a shout out though. Look at the clout. We out here, baby. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more updates. It's like updates. And don't forget to check out our Patreon if you're into anime or other Marvel talks like this. And until next week for the next episode of Wandavision, episode 4, with an 80s theme. Wonder what weird shit's gonna happen in that one.
With that 70 show. That was 70 show.
What? Remember when they did with that 80s show?
Oh, so stupid.
That shit was trash.
They tried.
I don't even want to give them that, but I'll say they made an attempt. That shit was garbage. And it was funny because that 70s show kept going after that 80s show. And then it started and ended, and then this shit is just funny.
You know, from that 70s show, his name was Fez?
Yes, before they changed it.
Yeah, I felt like a while ago. I was like, oh yeah. It finally clicked.
And they still never found out where he was from.
Because every time they mentioned that something happened.
Either something happened, or he would just ignore them, or he would just be like pulling one of those, like I said good day.
I said good day.
Yes. Yes, that part it's amazing. Love that show. But until next week for episode 4, you guys, we will be here telling it like it is.
What?